Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today I will try to make something like a marble material. So let's start. First I will create a cells tree should work well, and what I will do next is create a directional warp to make some deformation. Let me increase the intensity. Okay, now I will create a new one, but now using crystals. To make something like this cracks. Okay, what I will do next is create a transform that I will rotate and deform this in different ways. Maybe something like this. Again, I will create a new directional warp. I can use the same Perlin noise. And after that, I will create a slope blur. But after, if we click here and repeat the tiling, you can see the tiling is broken. So I will create a num um, make it a tile photo grayscale to connect the tiling and make a new slope blur. Let me drag this down and I will create a new Perlin noise, but this time with a downscale. This time I created the samples, low samples that we create these random lines between my base shape. With the intensity I can control how much distorted this will be. I think it's very interesting. And also I will create a new slope blur, but this time with a clouds. So what I will do, based on this pattern I did, I will create a base color. And what I will do is create a cloud. I can use the same cloud as this one, but I will make a transform. I will multiply this by 2 and again make a tile for a grayscale to fix the tiling, and I will blend these two together. Like this. Let me increase the black, and for this one I will make a histogram range that I will decrease a little bit the white on the shape, and with the gradient map I will start making the colors. Something like this. Maybe I can decrease the opacity of this multiply. So let me connect here on my base color, And what I will do next is create a very shiny roughness for this one. Let me switch to plain. I can also, for this time, create a levels and put this more black like this, and put this on my roughness. And what I will do is create some random patterns. So for example, here I will create a histogram scan that I will take some of these clouds, make a slope blur with the clouds. We'll make a gradient map that the black I will turn off, putting the alpha on 0 and this on white, and blend together. What I will do also create a directional warp, but this time using these cracks as reference. And what I will do next, I just can copy and paste this one, and I will will decrease the scale, make a disorder, and go back here. Maybe change the directional warp angle, and make a gradient. I will invert the colors, take off the black and push the white, and I will blend right here. What I can do is make some changes here on the slope, and make this more sharpened. Decrease the intensity of the clouds. I can put a clouds like this as a mask. I can just copy and paste this histogram scan. Let me reconnect the mask to get a better control for this. Let me select these two. make some changes on the base color. What I will do next is try get a totally different thing for the colors. So what I will do is take cells 4, maybe something like this. I will try to copy and paste again this one, but instead use this cells 3. I will use this one, the cells 4, to make all the shapes again. Maybe I don't need this transform, so we'll delete this one. I don't need also this directional warp. And take off this make it a tile photo. So going back here, let me decrease the scale. Here I will increase the intensity of this one, and also I will copy and paste this one, and I will make an edge detect. And based on these two, let's blend these two together. I will make a slope. After that, let me decrease the intensity a little bit. And with this, I will try to make gradient map a random. Maybe I don't need this slope blur. Let me connect directly right here. And let's blend these two together. And what I will do, um, maybe create a pattern on this one. So for this, let me see. Maybe I can start using a shape and rotate the shape like this and put this one in a tile generator. Let me turn off this one. Select the pattern input, decrease the X and the amount. and make a luminance random and make an edge detect after that. I think this is enough. I will create a flood fill and a flood fill random grayscale. And what I will do is create a very soft blur HQ and put on this one. Maybe instead use this one, I can use the flood fill uh, grayscale, because with this I can control the luminance random like this. And I will decrease the ambient occlusion. And what we can do together is take this pattern as an example. I will take a levels that I will clip the black, clip the white, and I will invert this one. And then blending these two together, I will take I can use the hue saturation and take a different color to put on this. Just to try, I will connect this one right here. Let me increase the tessellation to see how this is looking. Okay, looks interesting. What we do next is take this one and take a gray So next what I can do also is take now an edge detect, a big one. I will invert and I can create a bevel. Something like this. And I can use a height blend to put this on top. And what I will do is create a mask that I can put a color like this. Put a metallic and a blend with the roughness. Let me move back a little bit. Okay, let me find. I think this one is too orange. I will create now a curvature smooth. And with this curvature, I will create a dirt node to put some dirt on the scene. So let me put the curvature and the ambient occlusion. We'll create a blend, put this one on. Oh, we'll make some contrast for this dirt. And after that, I will put this on my metallic and roughness to take this shiny part from these materials. So for example, here in metallic, I will use the black to make this more opaque, and in roughness, I will use this to make more white, like this one. Let me decrease a little bit the opacity. Just to finish this, maybe I can try to use a histogram curvature subtle, or just the curvature. Yeah, I think this will not work well. Maybe just the high pass. Instead use this, I can make some damage on this shape. For example, create a new tile sampler based on paraboloid, some scale random, position, and rotation. Make a mask random for this. Here I can just go right here and make a blend using the subtract. Or better, instead use this blend, I can just take off and go back here after this shape or after the blur before the height blend and create this blend right here. Now I can subtract with no problem. I can make some slope blur. Here I have a clouds that I can put right here, and I will make a very soft blur HQ. Increase the samples to max and decrease the intensity, and of course the opacity also. Oops, on this one to make only small damage. Maybe it's too big. Let me decrease the. Now I think it's good. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video and I see you next time. Just one more thing that I forgot to do. Going back here on my metallic, so I noticed that my base shape are have a lot of variation, and of course I don't want that. The metallic part are just these borders right here. So instead use this one to make my metallic. For example, I can just use the curvature. So or just take the this mask right here as an example and blend with the dirt as subtract to make this shape. So now I can connect right here, and with this I have just the metallic part, this part here on border, and now we finish. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed.